Did we do it? Oh, hey guys. See a couple of you waving. Hi guys, thanks for joining. All right. Did we get our Facebook Live?
I think we're good.
We did it. All right, let me fix my volume here so I can hear everything. We can see each other. Hi guys, how are you?
Hey everybody in the tribe. This is so exciting. My favorite session.
I know. So welcome guys. We are back here with session 3. So Cynthia and I actually always host this session together, but if you're new here, and I'm talking to Facebook and Instagram, so you'll see my eyes kind of dart here. My name is Stephanie Euler. I'm the marketing director here in the company. I also head up the coaching division in the Unstoppable Entrepreneur. Miss Cynthia, who's to my right and also below me, depending where you're watching, my partner in crime, my other Spice Girl. We love hosting this session as well. Cynthia is our sales director. She also hosts our Slaying Sales call in the Unstoppable Entrepreneur. We are just here. We love partnering up for this. We also like to kind of do this as a duo because we think it's fun. It's midweek. We know you guys are absorbing a lot of new information, and we want to help you really connect the dots and put the pieces together with everything you've learned so far. And also talk about, okay, well, what happens now? What do I do with all this launch stuff? How do I put this whole thing together? And how do I make this work for me?
Exactly. Hey, everybody. As she was saying, I'm Cynthia. I'm the sales director at the Unstoppable Entrepreneur. So everything social selling, anything as far as filling your consultations, filling your calendar with them, making sure that you are overcoming those objections, making sure that you are understanding and getting your message through, nurturing the DMs, all that good stuff. That's what I do here. And I'm so excited to be talking about today specifically, because it's really all the tactical things that you need to know to set up the most perfect workshop. And we're really, really pumped to be doing that. So here's the thing that I want to make sure that I kind of take a second to do. And poor Stephanie, she's like, all right, just give her the time for a second and let her pour her heart out, okay? Yeah. I'm so excited to have this opportunity to be in front of so many of you. And honestly, I feel like it is my life purpose to be here, and I just wanted to pour my heart out for a second. So as many of you know, Kelly introduced #LiveLaunchRevolution. I want everybody to just soak in for a second and understand exactly what that means. So I'm working up already. I can feel it coming. The energy is coming.
I can feel it bubbling in you.
Yeah, it's coming, guys. Get ready. I'm like, I've been waiting until Wednesday to be able to get this out. So when it comes to the Live Launch Revolution, it is to not be taken lightly. When we say #LiveLaunchRevolution, what we want you to truly understand is that people who are using this hashtag, it means that you are choosing. Do you understand? So when I say that I'm using this hashtag, I choose to be in control. I choose right now to lean in. I choose to lead with conviction. I choose to protect my family. I choose to stand in my truth and ignore all the BS from all the other gurus out there and focus on simplicity, focus on serving, and more importantly, break out of the mold and be the voice for the people in my market. Okay, so if you are truly standing in the revolution, then please right now take the opportunity. Please below #LiveLaunchRevolution. That is what we're talking about when we say this hashtag. It is so much more than yay, let's party. Oh, this is really fun. This is a revolution. This is a movement. And it's literally my opportunity right now that I just want to speak to the truth of this. And of course, we'll get into all the tactical things. I promise you we will. But this is what I need to share, because this isn't just affecting our clients. This isn't just affecting our friends and family. This is coming and hitting me home right now. And I want to just make sure that it's literally, I take the time to speak to everyone. So when it comes to the live launch, I feel extremely vulnerable saying this right now. This is not easy, and I'm putting myself out here, but I want everybody to understand. I don't know if everyone is quite right now looking at the big picture. I feel like sometimes we're very caught up in the day-to-day or just looking at this. In the past, yes, the live launch was very much an advantage. It was like, how do I get a competitive advantage? How do I have a lot of fun? How do I really up level and scale online? Yes, you're still doing that, but right now, I want people to understand, like, I need to have this be said. 30, 60, 90 days from now, our market's going to look very different. It really is. And I really want people to understand that we need to look in the bigger picture. And although I'm not saying this by any means to cause fear or like it's all about urgency, but at the same time, it's not urgency as in like, this is a big obstacle. This is the time. This is the window. This is literally the opportunity to be making sure that we are seeing that this is the answer. So thank you for your guys' time. Thank you for being here, all of you, really. I just wanted you to understand what I mean by how the live launches truly affected me personally. You know, I was bouncing around ideas with Kelly, just telling her about like, just what's going on in the world right now. You know, Kelly, and she's not just my boss, guys. She's my mentor for life. This is a woman that I trust with every part of me. And I was vibing with her. And she's like, Cynthia, you have to share your story. And I'm like, I'm not telling that to the world. Like, I'm not like, but then I was like, you know what? I kind of have to. So thank you for your time, because I literally feel like this is my purpose. If I can affect anybody like that, like this is real. Like, I want you guys to hear. Being part of Kelly's team and having the success that we have had with the Live Launch Revolution has changed my life. And every time that we serve, it's helping and it ripples and it gets bigger and bigger each time. And right now, more than ever, I feel a calling. I feel like I belong here. I feel aligned. And I know that this is what people need to hear, the hashtag Live Launch Revolution and what it's about. So when it comes to the live launch, this is what it means for me. This is what it means for me. So teaming up with Kelly, you know, I remember that so many people were like, what are you doing online? I don't understand. Like, what the hell do you do?
We got that daily.
And having a party and like, you guys make money off of this? And we're like, yeah. They're like, well, what's this launch? Whatever. Cynthia's in her own world. Don't mind her. Mommy's on camera. I think she's a YouTuber or something. Like, whatever she's doing, like it's something online. It's weird. Now, everybody's asking me, Cynthia, what do you do online? How do I launch? Because I know right now I have to be online. See, now it's important, right? The thing is, guys, in 2008, when that recession happened, Kelly was a leader in her Fortune 500 company. I remember what that was like. In 2008, my mom was the third largest financial firm in the world, and she was the vice president, and she lost her job within the first week of the recession. You need to understand, we've been calling this. This is not any new like special surprise. And I want people to understand, like, it's okay to feel confident. It's okay to feel centered, but like this cushy bubble we're putting ourselves around, like we need to be a little real about it too. We need to understand there's about to be a serious economic downturn and it's going to affect a lot of people. Now, here's the thing. When Kelly was leading that company in 2008, she had hundreds, if not thousands of employees underneath her. And not one of them lost their job. Hell yeah, I'm standing with that woman when this happens. Hell yeah, when she was calling it for a long time, I was listening and I was preparing and I was following her mentorship. And I was following the live launch. We were using it and preparing it and having fun the whole time, but really making sure that we were preparing for this. So what does this mean right now? All of my friends and family right now have lost their jobs already. They can't even go to work because of the pandemic. Let's be real. The thing is, my mom, my family, they were invested in stocks. They're not really paying attention to it. They just lost tens of thousands of dollars. And that is scary. That's close to freaking home. But I personally have been preparing. I personally been working my hiney off like no other to do this live launch and to make it work and to have the success with it. So for me right now, during this crash, again, it's not because I'm bragging. I want you to understand like what this means and what it can be. My husband and I are taking this as an opportunity, not an obstacle. Just this week, we bought 5 different properties. We're in real estate. I told you guys, I'm all about real estate. 5 properties this week because of the downturn. When all the stocks crashed, we saw it as an opportunity, not an obstacle. We went and we purchased a boatload because we know the market eventually will go back up. Not for a while, but it will. And we are able to invest in that. The thing is, we already paid our cars off. And in my house right now, I live very, very humbly. Like my house is 2x2, but my mortgage is really low and I'm able to cover it. See, that's the thing. I knew this was coming. I prepared for it. And at the same time, I just need people to understand, if you have not, it's not too late, but there has to be a sense of urgency. And again, it can be something that's an opportunity. This is not fear-based, but this is like my moment just to like literally live my purpose and make sure that people are hearing this message, because Kelly's been calling it and it is going to happen. So we need to think, how do we get online? How do we scale? And how do we strategize to have the right success? The thing is, it's so close to me in my life that literally my husband's even involved now. See, my husband was number one in his company and he is damn good at what he does. But the thing is, I can foresee in 1 month that that job is not going to exist anymore. It's not. And nobody has sat him down in his company yet. Nobody said anything about losing jobs, but we know we're looking at the bigger picture. It's not just about what can I do right now? It's the bigger picture. He is now part of Team Unstoppable. I believe in this company, Team Unstoppable. I believe in Kelly Roach as my leader so much. And I believe in the live launch method that hell yeah, I'm putting the hashtag live launch revolution underneath. That is how much I believe about it. And that's how much I know that this is the answer. So if you are listening, I promise right now we're gonna get into the tactical things. I had to have this piece because it's just my calling, this opportunity to speak to you and understand the urgency that is needed now, that it's the opportunity, the window is perfectly open. It's never been easier. I'm literally talking to you through my cell phone and my computer.
We just keep looking. We're like, we don't know where to look.
Like, it's not hard. And you guys can understand we're real people. My kids are screaming in the background because they're home right now playing video games. Like, if this is this easy, but it's a human connection and it's the real deal. So if you are with me, please hashtag live launch revolution and just know that this has changed my life. And again, please don't take it that I'm bragging. I feel so vulnerable that I even just shared that with you, but I just want you to know, like, this is what preparation is. This is what strategy is. This is what having the right leader is. This is like taking this serious and knowing this is the answer. So thank you for listening to my little thing. I think what Stephanie and I wanted to do real quick is just kind of like give a shout out to some people that really deserve it too.
Yes.
People who are doing and living by the hashtag live launch revolution, who are part of the movement. So I want to take a second to like shout out to a few quick people. I know Stephanie's going to. I wanted to call out to some of the Unstoppable entrepreneurs. Hey, my girl, Helena Papez, freaking amazing. I love this girl. She's an Unstoppable entrepreneur. First month here in the program, she's at 12K, locked in her first paying full client. Congratulations, Helena. You are awesome. I want to give a shout out to Miss Lily Yoga. I believed in you from day one. And I'm telling you, if you're in the consult with me or if you are the DMs, I'm known to shake you for love. That's what I need to do. I see people's success before they do. And it's like, that's what I'm here for, guys. And I want to give a shout out to Lily Yoga. Lily Yoga made the ROI back in her first 2 weeks. 2 freaking weeks in the program. I want to give a shout out to also Julie Ciardi. Yeah, Julie. Julie did her first live launch in her first week of joining the Unstoppable Entrepreneur. First week, and the first time ever made her first 5-figure. Yes, that's $10,000 plus in her first week in the program. I think you have some people that you want to shout out to as well.
Yes. And so I have like goosebumps here. And like, it's not like cold in my room. I have a blazer on and I'm like, oh, my emotions. So I want to give a shout out to Kendall Summerhawk, who did 150,000 in her first 90 days as an Unstoppable entrepreneur. Yes, a little live launch popped in there as well. Beth Davis, $100,000 in her live launch, completely organic. That's why we talked so much about organic lead gen in yesterday's session. Patricia Misakian, who did $100,000 in her Brazil market and is now doing her live launch in the US. Amazing. And Kelly Ruda. Kelly, if you were on this line, I'm in Zoom, so I can't see the comments, but that is like our girl. And she has done multiple 6-figure launches and has enjoyed every step of the way. And first of all, a couple things, because I want to touch on what you said at the beginning. First of all, thank you, Cynthia, for sharing that piece of yourself. It feels safe because it's in our little community, but like, you know, we are out here on the internet and we're hanging out with people and we want to share our hearts so much. And I think so many people hold themselves back from that because it's like, that's still like, oh, that vulnerability. And I want to give you a shout out for that. Cause like I work with you every day. We talk nonstop. You're like my best friend in the entire world. And I see your heart every day. And I always
like, this is the real freaking deal. This
yes.
is the answer. And I need like people to know that and to hear that. And if you're questioning, like, don't question because you don't have a lot of time to do it. Like we're hearing from the woman who has protected the lives of thousands of people and have helped entrepreneurs all over the world to become successful. Like if I had one opportunity of a moment to do it, like I had to do it. So thank you for that. We're definitely going to jump in now to the tactical things, but I needed to share that. So thank you.
Yeah, definitely. And remember guys, and I got to give a shout out to Kyrie on our team because she said this in a text message yesterday. And I was like, that is the thing. You know, the idea of urgency to act is not an emotional thing. It is a behavior. And it's this gift of really being able to scan the landscape regardless of what is going on and saying, I am a CEO, right? I'm in my power doing this. Where's the opportunities? Where can I lead? Where is my market being underserved? How do I take that back and put on my strategy cap and say, how am I going to serve? How am I going to show up, and how am I going to be unstoppable? And how am I going to start the revolution in my industry as well? So I know you guys are hearing a lot of us talking about these things because we have to. It is our responsibility as strategic advisors to give you the tools to get through all the craziness that's going on. But remember, it's not an emotion, it's a behavior. And it's a behavior that ends up in leadership. And that's really the shift that we want you to make, right? It's about empowering and seeing opportunities and jumping on them. And that's why we're here talking about this today. So a couple things, because we've got some giveaways. We're going to shout out some people here in the very beginning. Number one, we see you guys in the feed. We're so grateful for that. We have like rotating shifts in this group. I'm not even kidding. There seems like there's a lot of us, but there's a lot of you. So number one, I want to give a big shout out to Maria Apari. I hope I'm saying your last name right. You're our Amazon gift card winner. So you can get in touch with your concierge. We'll grab your email. We'll send that out to you as well. We are also giving away a book bundle of Kelly's books. So you'll get a copy of Unstoppable. You'll get a copy of Bigger Than You, which I don't know if you guys can see that. It's right behind me. And you'll also get a copy of Just Be You, which is her book, and Give Her Courage. It's written for kids, but there's some stuff in there for adults. We all need the life lessons that are in there. So Jessica Sahara Monarch, you can get in touch with your concierge. Congratulations, you guys. We see your hard work. We recognize you. We thank you. And we want to give you some rewards for that as well. For the rest of you that are on with us, we're doing the t-shirt giveaway. So if you are connecting with hashtag Live Launch Revolution, post it on social, tag us, show us your workspace, show us that you're joining us. We're going to enter you in the running. We've got Kelly Roach Unstoppable t-shirts. They're also super comfortable. And we're going to give those away. So we're wrapping up that list of everybody. We're going to post that today as well, so you guys have it. And we got more stuff to come, which is the most exciting part as well. All right. Let's hop into some of our content here. And Cynthia, if you don't mind, I want to start at kind of the pre-promotion phase of this, and then we'll go into like the actual launch.
Okay,
so
let's do it. I love how I always have to do hashtag when I say hashtag. Just hashtag.
Well, you guys will see us do that. We also did round of applause in our last thing, and I saw a replay of the video, and it was like slow-mo, and we were doing this like, but it was alternating. I was like, oh my God, these people probably think we're nuts.
She's a Jersey girl, guys. Come on, she uses her hands.
Yeah, I can't stop. So we set up in session one all about your positioning, all about selling to the gap. We talked about your lead generation. Let's talk pre-promotion for your launch, because this is a big question that people came up with. So if you don't have a Facebook group already, the answer is yes, we want you to start it now. And there's a couple reasons for that. Here's what is mostly taught to people: how to create your webinar, how to create your course, how to create your offer. Amazing. You will absolutely need that stuff. What tends to be missing from the process is, number one, build an audience and nurture an audience so that when you have that webinar, that course, whatever it is, you actually have people to sell it to, right? So I want you guys to start your Facebook group now, right? The Tribe of Unstoppables, this is our ongoing group. We hang out in here whether we're in the launch or not. What I want you guys to think about is when you have people that are giving you the gift of your time and they're entering your community, say hi to them, get with them in Messenger, learn about them, set up entry questions in your group to learn more about the people that are coming in. You're going to take all that data, you're going to take those conversations, you're going to turn that into content that is super hyper targeted to the people in your Facebook group. You might do a weekly live show, right? We do UETV, Unstoppable Entrepreneur TV, every Tuesday at 8 p.m. when we're not in our live launch workshops. So we can actually sit here and connect with you guys. Kelly hosts one week, I host one week, Cynthia hosts a week. We always rotate it through. And it's really interesting because a lot of people will say, well, how far out do you actually plan that content? I'm like, we kind of don't. To be honest, Danielle, who's our copywriter, will text us on like Friday. And she's like, what are you talking to people about this week? What should we do a live stream on? Boom, done. And it's this constant loop of feedback from your audience that when people come into your group, you are serving them to the highest degree because you're taking what you're learning about them and turning that back around. So that's what I want you doing. Think of it as just this community group. You're nurturing leads. You're letting people get to know you. You want to turn people from like random internet strangers into people that know, like, and trust you, so that when you set up to do your live launch, you actually have people that are willing to work with you and are ready to buy from you because that connection is there. So start your group now. That was a big question we got. Yes, go for it. Show up live, get in the Messenger, post your content, post polls, all that fun stuff that gets people excited to engage in your group. And we're looking at about 2 to 3 weeks of promotion for your group. Now, the asterisk on this. If you were starting from zero and you're doing your lead gen, We want you to get those 300 leads that we talked about in session number 2. Then you will go ahead and set up for your launch, right? So build, hit your 300, pivot into your pre-promotion for your launch. You need the people in order to sell the thing. So one before the other, right? And what I want you guys to really be thinking about with that 300 number, go back through all of those lead generation strategies that we talked about earlier. One of the big things that we are working right now, and we're encouraging our clients to do the same, referrals. Every single person who comes into your Facebook group who knows somebody who you have a connection with, who else do you know that would be interested in this, right? Get them to come in. So you build your base of people, expand it one layer out with this referral, you're going to get to those 300 pretty quickly. And then you get into the fun stuff of all of your pre-promotion. Now your pre-promotion, it's a little tiny lateral shift, right? We're already going live in the group. We're posting content. We're doing all the things. Now you're going to shift into all of those live videos that you're doing. The call to action is don't forget to register for that workshop. Post reminders. Hey, we're 10 days out. Make sure you get registered. Here's what we're covering. You're talking to people in Messenger. Hey, I wanted to make sure you got registered for the workshop. We're kicking off on X date, right? So what you want to do is make sure you have enough promotion going on both in your messages and in your conversations and in your content so that people understand that there's like an event. And that goes back to the power of the Facebook group. You're creating a very specific environment where people are showing up and they're like, heck yeah, I'm in the live launch group. Heck yeah, live launch revolution. Like these are my people, right? This is who I'm showing up for. And so that is the environment. That is the energy. I want you to really think about this as like your little corner of the internet. This is your community where you're leaning in, you're teaching, you're adding value, you're setting up to launch, then you go into your launch. So that is your pre-promotion. Hopefully that makes sense.
If I could really just highlight anything that she just said there, we talk about it all the time. And if you've been with us a few times before, it's probably ingrained into your head. If it's not, I want to make sure it is. Imperfect action. It doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, you will never be perfect. Okay. And I'm sorry, like it's the truth. Yeah. And if you have that idea that everything has to be perfectly lined up, please know that like, you're not going to be moving in that urgency I was talking about. Mm-hmm. See, when it comes to imperfect action, it's like, it's a lot of newer entrepreneurs or just entrepreneurs in general. They always care about having like the perfect website and like shiny, sparkly, glittery posts and stuff. Like, no, you need to go where your people are. You just need to be on camera. And here's a little secret, guys. I started doing live video like 6 months ago. Like the first time
day one when you got here.
Like you're so scared. It is like, it's scary. You jump in and then eventually you just become fearless because you build a community and it comes like your group, your posse, your tribe, like it's your people. You start to know them, you just get comfortable and they are there to listen because you have a lot to share. You are an expert. And it's all about serving. If I can give one more thing, if you take only one thing away from this whole thing, and I think Stephanie can agree with me, the most important thing out of all of it is consistency and repetition.
Yes.
Like I can't stress that enough. If your first live launch doesn't work, keep going. Do not change the model. It is proven. Okay. All those people that we said are like, living in the revolution. They follow this exact model that we're about to give you and that we are giving you. So don't change it, but just keep going. Repetition. Same thing with your live videos. People need to see you. How are you top of mind? How are you serving? And it's through consistency and repetition. A brand is literally built that is scalable because of repetition. That's so important. And it's not about scraping and clawing, trying to get each little individual like sale. It's about doing it in big conversions, which we're teaching here, but because they are buying into the fact that you are engineering your celebrity, you're showing how knowledgeable you are, and you are earning their trust because you're being consistent. You're constantly doing, they're constantly being served. They're constantly feeling that you are the go-to person. So please put it below. Consistency and repetition is the key to my success. Like that's the one thing we have to remind people. And each time you will get better and better and better. So that's just my 2 cents on like what she was saying and wanted to add. So imperfect action and consistency and repetition. Absolutely.
Yes. And for those of you following along in your worksheet right now, I want to make sure you've got all of your fill-ins. So number 1, yes, we always recommend you host this in a Facebook group. We're actually, hey, Instagram, because we're live streaming right now, work the model as taught, hit your first 6-figure launch, then start testing on the other platforms. We have lots of clients in the Unstoppable Entrepreneur that are doing variations of this on different platforms. So we customize it to that. For those of you that have an audience here, work the model, right? We're giving you the full thing. So like take all the notes that you can, go in and rinse and repeat, and then keep making it your own. So number 1, always house that in a Facebook group. Again, simplicity and clarity only helps your leads. That is a fill in the blank there. simplicity, clarity, sell to the gap, right? I always say people on the internet, we're kind of like ping pong bouncing around. We're kind of like the internet goldfish brain, right? There's like, here's a 5-second Instagram story. Here's a Facebook Live. Here's a thing. Most people are on their cell phones mindlessly scrolling at the end of the day, right? So the more barriers you put to them actually understanding what this thing is, they're just going to keep bouncing around, right? It's ping pong balls. They're all over the place. And we all do it, myself included, right? Everybody is kind of doing the mindless scroll, which means you've got about 3 seconds to capture their attention. We ain't got time for flowery language. We don't have time for glitter. I love glitter as much as the next girl. I'm actually wearing kind of a glittery shirt here. You got to get down to it. You've got to speak to that end result. You have to be super clear as to the problem that you're solving. Bring them in based on the things that they want to accomplish. So it's really, really important. Cynthia, I want you to kind of expand upon that when it comes to this like pledge to keep it simple. And I also want to talk about titling live launches.
Yeah, so Kelly and I, we joke around. We both have children around the same age. My oldest son is 7, my youngest is 4, my little crazy redhead. I love redheads, by the way.
I was like, he may be like,
and then Kelly, she has her 6-year-old daughter, Madison, who you'll often see in these live videos, right? Again, it's all about being real. We always joke around and we're discussing things in our meetings. And we're like, wait, is this simple enough? Is this clear enough? Hold on. Let's turn to our kindergartners to see if they understand what we are saying. It needs to be so simple that a kindergartner understands it. Well, you need to remember you are an expert at what you do. You take that for granted. Yeah. You need to make sure that anybody that's just coming and joining can really follow along. And what we like to say, and again, fill in your blanks, it's really a confused mind always says no. So really, it's just being simple. We say it all the time, simplify to multiply. It really is a thing. Low technology. I'm using my cell phone and my laptop. That's really it. We're not using any crazy technical platforms and stuff. I'm using Facebook and Instagram right now. It's not hard. And the thing is, it's so simple. The message is so clear. And we're going to talk about making sure how to work that simplicity into like the naming and everything as well. But it's all simplicity. I joke around, guys. I love Kelly, but she's the worst at technology. She's even worse than the two of us. I think she has an iPhone 6 and she's making tens of millions of dollars doing it. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Yes. I don't have any flashing lights. If you guys can see my room right now, you'd laugh at me. I literally have like just toys and crap everywhere. Like, it's not a big deal. It's so simple. And I need you to understand that. And when it comes to your messaging, just clarity, simplification, and make sure people understand like what it's about, what they're gonna get out of it. And like, that's like huge key thing. So please know the point. I want you to understand how simple it is that I literally need everybody here. Comment below with me. Ready? Like, you're going to make a pledge. It's like the live launch pledge, right? I pledge to keep it simple.
Yes.
Like, please. And let my results speak for themselves. Mm-hmm. That's it. You're not being somebody you should be or you think you could be. It's just being you. Mm-hmm. Just vibe with your people. Just share your truth, share your message. What can you go on stage and talk about for like 3 hours? Like, bring that to them, like, and just like share your knowledge and serve. Maybe sell a little bit. Serve. All my people know I'm the woo-woo one of the group. Okay. It's a universal law. When you give, you're allowed to receive. Okay. It's the truth. Go serve your heart out. Give it all. Like, make sure you're just like pouring it out every day and just being simple. Be yourself. You don't have to be fancy. You don't have to be fancy. She and I, look at us. We're completely different. Like, we're such different. We're opposites. And that's why it balances. But I'm always going to be myself. Mm-hmm. She could be on NBC tomorrow. This girl is so well-spoken. No, come on, though. Stephanie's amazing, guys. She's literally the best teacher in the world, too. Oh. But I come and I be myself. And, like, that's what you have to do, because your people will find you. And it's not about finding, like I always say, it's not about finding 1,000 people at like $50. It's about finding those 50 people at $1,000. That's what we're talking about. Strategy, scaling, and just keeping it simple by being yourself. Your brand is who you are, and nobody should ever change that. That's seriously very true.
It's so interesting too, because like, so for those of you that did session 2 with us live yesterday, we're talking a lot about like, everybody wants to attract kind of that higher level clientele, right? And it's really interesting because a lot of people will say like, okay, well, these like CEOs, these higher level people, like, they're not necessarily just jumping all over social media, like hanging out, like they got stuff to do, right? But what happens is that business owners are trying to approach this person who really wants to hone in on this end result. They want to work with the expert. They want it to be simple. They want to get the system. They'll work the system, right? But they need that. But what they're not attracted to is people that are kind of like, over here, this topic doesn't tie to this topic. You know, there's a way that you have to position yourself and present your information where it is like, listen, like you want to do X, here's how we're going to do it. Join me. We're going to walk you through that system versus getting really diluted, because that is like that red flag of, hold on, does this person actually know like what is happening here? Or have they actually accomplished this and made money with it? Because I signed up to learn this thing, but now we're like all the way over here. It creates that disconnect, and a confused mind says no. So you always want to think about it. It's funny because when I'm on the Unstoppable Entrepreneur coaching calls, I always say, I'm like, ground it back in, right? Ground it back into what you're teaching. So even for us with the live launch workshop, it's like the phases of business, right? Go to market, great positioning, get leads, nurture them, sell, right? 1, 2, 3, very logical progression of events. It's not like go create this thing and then be like, do I have anybody over here? What's happening, right? And that's why we're saying when you go to even get into your pre-promotion for your launch, you have to keep it super simple and speak to that end result, because you got to build up that base of people that are there for that specific thing. So when you're presenting that content, you guys understand each other, you're connecting, you're speaking the same language, right? And it creates kind of this natural progression of events. So that is really important in your pre-production mode. So again, keep it super simple. On that note, when you're titling your live launch, our favorite tip and trick is 4 words or less. Think about those kindergartners, think about Kelly's daughter, think about Cynthia's boys, right? Will this make sense to somebody? I'll give you guys a couple of examples. We're known for the live launch. This is the live launch workshop. We've run a bunch of different masterminds and stuff in the past. We did the Side Hustle Launchpad. We did Write Your Book, Scale Your Business, which is a little longer, but you guys get the point, right? We did the 0 to 100K boot camp. Keep it super simple. They have to understand when they see that title what this is, so that you have these people, these ping pong balls all over the internet, right? And they're like, oh, side hustle, that's me. Oop, I want to hit my first 100K, that's me. Oop, Millionaires Club, that's me, right? They're connecting to the end result that they really want to strive for. Do not dilute it. You don't need to, right? You guys are all consummate experts. You're running a business based on your expertise and passion. That's why you're here. So let that speak for itself. Don't confuse the market by being like, can I make my title 10 words? Can I throw my favorite color in there, right? Like if we were like the purple glittery live launch, live video, multicast, Cynthia, Stephanie, Kelly, like it's a lot. It turns into a lot, right? And people will be like, what the heck are they doing? Yes.
She's like this, she's like this, she's like doing this. I love it.
This is who I am.
She's just the best, guys. If you're not loving it, can everybody just say right now, I love Stephanie, because she's just that amazing. Like, I love Stephanie. Yeah, so the thing that I would put in about the names when it comes to it, it's just like she said, alliteration is cool, like, rhyming, it's fun, but please just, you can always change it the next time or something. Like, just keep it simple. Make sure that anybody that's coming in understands what it's about. So for instance, like, and be like so clear. Don't be like, learn how to ride. Are we talking about horses? Are we talking about motorcycles? Are we talking about bicycles? Like, so that's what I mean, like, learn how to ride horses. Like, make it be like super clear. The other thing is, and I see this a lot, and just like, I'm not like bust anybody's chops, but just like, it's something to consider. Yeah. Like, for instance, help babies to sleep boot camp. It doesn't really go that together that well, because it's kind of like when I think of babies, I'm like, oh, how cute. And they have boot camp, which is like super intense. Like boot camp is like,
what we do with Jess every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday.
Like, drop down, give me 20, like, just make sure that the names kind of go together like that. So again, it's not hard, literally so simple, 4 words or less. And we use our example. Whenever confused, come back to the tribe. We're teaching you exactly step by step. So ready? The live launch workshop. Yeah, that's it. It's a workshop about using live video to go to launch. Like, that's it. Like, so don't make it too hard. If you're like, how do I like interact with, people in the DMs and nurture them? Go to your concierge and check out the DM that you're having with them. Be like, oh yeah, this is what they asked me. Oh yeah, this is the conversation. Like, that's what we mean. So I want to make sure we say that. Now, when it comes to your actual, everything you're going to be talking about, Kelly, Stephanie is going to tell you the structure of it all. But what I want to say, everyone's like, what should I make my workshop about? Here's what you want to do. The live launch method is just one little thing that we teach in our program, The Unstoppable Entrepreneur. It's like this little of a thing. It's what we decided to have a free workshop about. So I just want you to know, like, we're not giving you away the whole Unstoppable Entrepreneur program. Now, if you wanted to learn everything as far as lead generation and then like, closing consults and having a podcast and, booking live, booking, speaking events and just your whole empire, that's the Unstoppable Entrepreneur. The live launch workshop is one conversion event that we teach out of the multiple conversion events we teach to have our free workshop. Now, that's the one thing that we serve completely on. That's the one thing that we're going to give completely away. We're not giving away our entire program, right? We're obviously going to help people to scale online. We're going to really help them build their empire. That's what we offer. for service-based businesses, but the workshop itself is one thing. So what is that one thing in your company that everyone goes, ah, wow, you made that so easy. Like you said that and all of a sudden it just clicked for me. That's probably the thing. What's something your clients always say, like, this is what you helped me with and it was so easy. I was making it so hard and now I get it. That's what you're going to be teaching about. So once you figure out what that is, this is the structure for it. Stephanie's going to run it by you.
Yes. And remember, guys, I think we talked about this in session 1. It's the WIN acronym. So wonder and awe, instant breakthrough, no brainer offer. So what you guys want to think about is, okay, in everything that I teach, what in that, why are people being underserved and where? What can I pluck out that fixes one of the issues that I know people are facing today? So for a lot of business owners, cash flow. People need stuff to get up and running so they can hire help, do advertising, whatever. The live launch is the instant breakthrough. You can have a 6-figure launch, right? Make sure you're working your numbers, make sure you're doing all the things. We've got clients doing it every single day. So you get this big leap and then you're set up to scale. So when you guys are looking at your programs and things you do with people, what is that one thing that you can kind of like pluck out and say, this would make a difference for people? This would really help to close the gap of what they're working on, so that we can then help them with all the other things we need. There's an old saying, and I'm not 100% in love with it, but I think it kind of encapsulates this, where it says, give them what they want, sell them what they need. It's not necessarily want versus need. Everybody needs everything, right? Like business growth, for example, is not this kind of like singular thing. But what you're looking at is, what can I do to give the instant breakthrough and help people get over some of the things that have kept them, in the dark in the past? Maybe lead generation has been an issue. Maybe they haven't had a really successful conversion event. Let's fix that, get some cash flow going. Then you can work on all the other areas of your business. So it's that one thing, right? So you pluck that out. From there, we're looking at your content days. This is during your actual launch. You are going to teach on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and your first half of Thursday. So you've got 4 days there, right? What you really want to think about is, in that strategy that you pulled out, how can you like chunk that up into 4 things, right? So for us, it's like the stages of business. Number 1, your go-to-market strategy. Number 2, get leads so you can sell to them. Number 3, get set up to sell, to have your conversion event. So you want to break it down into either the stages of something, the 4 steps, whatever you want to call it, right? And those are your content days. Your Thursday is going to be the first half teaching. That is when you're going to pivot into your open cart period. Very, very exciting. You've done all the teaching. You've given people that instant breakthrough. Pivot into your no-brainer offer, where you're opening up the invitation for them to not only win and take this thing 10 times further than they would in a free workshop, but also get the keys to the kingdom with everything else they're going to need to really paint the complete picture. So even for us, like, we live and breathe by the live launch. We love this thing. You should have more than one stream of revenue in your business, right? So when you're running these things, it's like, yes, do your live launch, fix the cash flow issue, do the things. Okay, but what about after your launch? How do you not do this because you become launch dependent versus putting all of your eggs in one basket? That is the offer, because it's creating consistency and revenue for business owners. Now, you might not be a business growth strategist. This will look a little bit different for you, but it's, what do you do to kind of blow them away, that wonder and awe, by serving, giving the strategy, create the instant breakthrough with your content days, and then pivot into your no-brainer offer. And you're going to be an open cart from Thursday to Tuesday. We're going to talk about what that looks like. But I want to kind of zoom out again and remind you guys, you need your 300 leads. We're looking at about 2 to 3 weeks of pre-promotion before you kick off. You are going to teach content Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And on your second half of Thursday, you're going to shift into your open cart, into your no-brainer offer. So you're really looking at kind of the full like business process of like, go to market, get the leads, nurture them, have your conversion event, right? So you really want to focus in on, how can I just serve fully? How can I share my heart? How can I share my passion? And then you shift into, and if you want the full picture, we can take this to the next level. If you're ready to scale, if you're ready to do whatever, then you're shifting into that conversation of, here's how we work with people, and here's what you can expect if you're going to work with us. You know what I mean?
So this is huge. Please make sure you are paying attention, watching this replay. Everything she just said is so important, because this is what it is, guys, and really important. Serve the first day, serve the second day, serve the third day. It's not serve and mention what you're going to sell. Serve and mention what you're going to sell. Serve, and by the way, this is coming up. You're just going to serve so much. You're going to give so much. They're going to have a taste of what it's like working with you. They're going to understand like how legit you are. They're going to say, wow, this person really knows their stuff. What is going on? I'm getting more right now from the last 3 coaches I paid for, and this is free. Like, this is okay. What are you selling me?
They're like,
when is it coming? I'm waiting for it. Like, give it to me already. Like, I'm in love with you. You're connecting me in the DMs. You're like your team. As soon as I like tag something, like 30 people are around me, like I feel loved. This is a party. This is fun. Like, what is happening? What is it I want it? I want in, right?
Yeah.
And you have a sense of community too. It really is like people look at the energy here in the tribe. You guys are here in the live right now. You're starting to recognize each other. You're becoming friends. Like, it's really like, you're in control of this amazing event. But the whole time you're serving, and that's what's so important. It's not just, you never mention like what you're selling until the end. And I promise if you've done that and your launch didn't work, that's why. It's about serving. It's okay. I just want to point that out. She said it perfectly, but I had to make sure I jumped in.
Yeah. I mean, I think what people have done is they're like, okay, I'm going to go, and I'm not even like hating on webinars. I'm just using it as an example, but it's like, I just spent 6 months pre-recording the webinar. 6 months is really exaggerating, but you guys get it, right? I spent all this time setting this thing up, and then you're like, all right, market, here I come. And you go over here and you're like, oh my God, there's no people, right? So what I want you guys to think about is you are creating this environment for your community. And I think what's really interesting, without going down a total rabbit hole into branding, I think there is a lot of question marks about branding. And it's like, how do I tell people what I stand for without being like, hi, this is what I stand for in everything I do? Start connecting, right? That's why we said start your Facebook group now, because even if you're working towards those 300 in order to launch, you're showing up, you're getting connected, you're getting comfortable. The things that you stand for, your conviction marketing, which is what we call it, internally, like that gives you the opportunity to showcase that stuff. So when you're creating a very specific community and environment that people are resonating with and they're relating to and they get it, like that becomes your brand. It's so much bigger than like the visuals of something, or do I have the perfect title? It's this bigger than you, see the blue book, this bigger than you business that you're creating. And all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, I have this amazing Facebook group of people. And even Coney, who's one of our clients, like she did a $50,000 launch with a small group, but they were so highly nurtured because she was showing up and serving them. And guys, that might mean 1 live video per week. Like it doesn't need to be this big, scary thing. But what you need to do is cut through the noise of the internet. So many people are so used to fluffy things, under-delivered promises, like just stuff that they've looked at. They're like, hold on, I tried to do this, and this is from 3 years ago. It's not relevant. And you're here saying, hey guys, we're going to get together once per week. I'm going to give you a little recap of what's working now. Send in your questions. I'll create a session around it. That was maybe 20, 25 minutes of your week once per week. That is a high impact activity that drives a community and then drives a brand. Yeah. So again, when we talk about kind of this bigger than you thing, like, yeah, it's about pulling off a successful live launch and growing your business. I know I'm trying so hard. It's so hard.
No, that's me. I always say it's a ripple.
Yeah.
It's a ripple.
Yes.
Like guys, there's people that come to the launch, and we hope it's you, this workshop, that prior to this, we're trying to do things on camera, who are having $2,000, $3,000 launches, who come to this free workshop and then have had $10,000, $20,000 launches. I know because they've contacted me. They're people that I've been in concierge with. That's what I mean. Please listen. If you are not in a DM right now with the concierge, please make sure you do. As much as we are talking about giving, we're talking about, we serve you so much. We're loaded with resources. There's over 500 podcasts on the Unstoppable Entrepreneur Show, and we will handpick the perfect one for you. We are talking about, because we want to make a change for you. We want you to be part of the hashtag Live Launch Revolution. Yes. And that's what I'm saying. And when you create your own community, you'll just help somebody who then helps their clients, who helps their families and their clients. And I wasn't making funny at that time, but it's literally the ripple. Like it goes out and out and out. So that's amazing. I did want to point out something. So a lot of people are like, okay, well, what if I don't have a program? Like, what if I'm not a coach? What if I'm a brick and mortar? Does this work for me? Not only does it work for you, but right now you need it to work for you. See, here's the thing. If right now you can't do the thing that you're usually doing, because you can't, guys, we can't leave our houses. I don't know about you. I'm in Delaware. It's official.
Jersey's the same.
May 15th. It's not even April yet. So what are you going to be doing for the next month and a half? It might be 3 months. We don't know. Like, that's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to like worry people, but I'm like, let's be smart. We need to have a strategy. We need to pivot to profit, pivot to serve. Like, we have to do that right now. And the thing is, it's like, okay, so how do we get our services online, and how do we have that stream of income? Yes, the world's gonna be better again. Yes, we're gonna have, I can't wait to everything be back to usual.
We're like, we need to leave the house.
It might take time. And then here's the thing, you can add this stream of income in addition to working with your people. So when we are talking, most of the people here, we realize, already have a service online, but time to get strategy, time to pivot online. But here's the thing, when you are doing your live launch, it is not so much that you will invite somebody into a program. What you can do is invite them into a consultation. Yes. Okay. Fill your calendar for the next month with phone calls of people who are excited to work with you, who are already pre-qualified because you've been knowing, like messaging them in the DMs. Get your business growing online. So just remember, if you are a doctor, if you are a lawyer, guys, we have lawyers in the program. We have photographers in the program that are learning to pivot. We're helping them to strategize during this hard time. But like, we have a lawyer, Ashley Crew. I'm going to call her out. This is my girl. She literally has come and has her business online, and she's just showing people what she knows about law. She's saying, here's how to do your copyright, here's trademark, here's what you want to be doing for your business. And then she invites them into a consultation. Not just that, we taught her how, and I'm blown away how innovative this is. She has subscription based. She has a recurring revenue program put into her work as a lawyer. Like, this is thinking big. This is thinking bigger picture. This is strategy. This is securing future income. Make one sale and know how much money you have coming in, okay? So there's things that you can do using the live launch to make sure that you're positioning all types of businesses. Retail can do it. As I told you, I've been in real estate for a while now. I love real estate. If you missed the video of what I did yesterday and you're interested, or you know somebody in real estate that needs to see that and how the live launch works with them, comment below now. Our team members will tag you into that video so you can hear about how this works for real estate. Damn, I wish I knew Kelly back when I was showing houses. I'm telling you what, like, this is the perfect answer. It really is. So
we had one that was
works for all different industries.
Yes, we had one. So Mandy, I don't know if she's on the live stream because we can't see the comments, but Mandy came to us and she was like, I have someone who has a goat yoga business. Like, how do we really pivot this? And I was like, this is what I've been training for. I love me these types of businesses. But guys, we're talking things like live goat cams, right? Come meet the baby goats. I follow a company that has a live baby goat cam. Cutest thing ever. Highly recommend if you can. But we're talking about, okay, so you can't do yoga in person. Shift that stuff over into virtual, right? Do these virtual classes, mindfulness, meditation classes, basic yoga, like bring all the levels in, all of these different things. We had someone else who's in a pet sitting business. So we're like, okay, a lot of you are still kind of like doing your dog walking, etc. You need to bring those people into a group so that you can stay in front of them. But you might do something where there's like pet food recommendation videos, pet wellness, things like that, where you can still serve them. And then you're translating some of that expertise into just quick one-on-one sessions, right? So there's ways of going about this without totally going down the rabbit hole, where it's just that little idea of pivoting. And guys, I will tell you, because I'm an internet consumer and y'all are too, you will be amazed at what people will watch on the internet, right? I just said there's a live baby goat cam. My mother texts me every day. She's like, did you see the baby goats? And I'm like, yep. You know, people have sold crazier things. People have all these live streams. We're curious about other humans. How many of you follow the Instagram influencer that pours their coffee every day and their iced coffee and does like the little swirl, right? It's so random, but we're fascinated by it. And more than ever, people want that human connection. They're looking for visionary leaders and they just want to feel like, okay, yeah, I'm stuck in my house, but this is much bigger than me. So just, you have to think bigger. Like we said, urgency is not an emotion. It is a behavior, and that is strategy. So I want to recap really quick. I just looked at my clock. We could sit here and talk to you guys.
Yeah, I want to hang out with you for
3 hours. Yeah.
I'm really, really proud of myself because I just pulled up the comments. I can see everybody on Facebook. Hi, everybody. I can see you on Facebook. Camille's here. Hi, Pardeep. Nicole is the most amazing operations manager, guys. She's here with you. So now that I can see everybody, we are going to do the recap, and I'm going to just throw in a few things after that. Definitely give them the rundown, everything they need to remember, and what to look forward to with the homework.
Yes. All right. So here's your quick and dirty recap so far, right? You're looking at 300 leads for your live launch. I think I forgot this earlier, but you're looking at a 2.5% conversion ratio. A lot of you will do much higher, right? 300 leads. We are looking at about 2 to 3 weeks of your pre-promotion. Get your people warmed up. You're going to head into your launch Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, first half of Thursday. Serve, support, give the strategy. It's that instant breakthrough in our acronym. Second half of Thursday, pivot into your no-brainer offer, your open cart. Also, because we always get questions on this in this session, our sessions tomorrow and Friday are all about your open cart. So we've got you covered if you're like, what do I do in that? But that is really your schedule. And remember, guys, it's all about that pivot, right? It's time to get creative. It's time to think bigger. It's time to disrupt and start your own little live launch revolution. Did I do that? I think that was record time.
Yeah, that was good. That was really good. So I have to do it. I got to do it one more time. Everybody, like we're called Team Unstoppable for a reason. It's the unstoppable entrepreneur for a reason. And honestly, like we're here to support everybody who's in that mindset of like, I'm ready to lean in. I'm ready to protect my family. I'm ready to like launch like no other. I'm ready to just not like look at anything like an obstacle, but as an opportunity and like stand with the best and like just be going. So you guys are unstoppable. We love having you here. You are our tribe, our people. I joke around and say my posse because you are. We're here to support you. Please connect with us in the DM. Like all you have to do, and I'm just make it super simple. You're going to go into your inbox inside the Messenger app. Go to the top left corner. You'll see a picture of your profile.
Like a little
Click
circle.
that. Then it will say message request. That is where we are hiding. We want to connect with you. We're here to bounce ideas around with you. We're here to share extra resources with you. We're here to make sure that you are understanding every single thing that we are throwing at you and how it applies to your business. If you have a business that's a little unique, come to your concierge. We're going to help you. Sorry, Instagram guys, this is definitely what I meant for everybody in Facebook, but I want to let people know on Instagram. Connect with the Live Launch Revolution. Shireen is in there. She's going to connect with you and help you in every single step too. Not forgetting my Instagram people. I love this. This is so fun, guys. It's everywhere. But I have to finish up. This is like the way we're going to do it. The homework that it's going to be posted up there. It's under the units tab. But really, guys, I mean it. Like if you're with me, I can see the comments now. Let me and Stephanie know like who's on board. Hashtag Live Launch Revolution.
Yes.
Who's ready to stand in the revolution with us? Please, like we got to see the hashtag Live Launch Revolution before we cut this out. I'm ready to see these come in. I want all the hearts. I want all the emojis. I need to know that our message is being clear, that you are getting it, you're absorbing it, you're understanding that this is the answer. Kelly Roach is the mentor you need to be following. It's been proven. We have so many people that we've helped and you can do it. It's so easy. You're using your cell phone. So hashtag Live Launch Revolution. You guys are amazing. We cannot wait to connect with you in the DMs after this. We'll be all over answering your homework answers. And I think we're good. Anything else, Steph?
No, I think that's amazing. The only other takeaway I would give for you guys, you landed here this week for a reason. Your market is prepped. Yeah, there's no such thing as coincidence. Your market is prepped and primed for a visionary leader. And that has to be you, right? You've got a choice. You say, I can either step up or I'm going to play small. Nobody in this group, you would not land in a group with the word unstoppable in it if your choice was to play small. Give yourself that empowerment, right? We're here. We can say it to you all day long. We want to give you the external push, but it has to come from you internally as well. We're so, so proud of you guys. Seriously, I get tears when I read the action item threads. I'm like,
amazing.
It is amazing. I hope you guys are drawing as much inspiration from it as we are. And we're just so, so thankful that you've chosen to spend this week with us. So we'll be roommates by the end of this. That's how it always feels. But we just want to give you guys a huge, huge thank you. We love you. We're grateful for you. And we'll be in the threads really soon.
Steph, you did a great job. High five, virtual high five.
High five.
You're awesome. Bye, everybody. We'll see you in the feeds.
Bye, guys. Talk soon.